This episode of Weekend Therapy is brought to you by Aldi. While shopping for your groceries, why not buy some full driving gear that'll definitely break when you need it most? Sale on last weekend, don't miss it! Having survived the night with all members of the crew to account for, we knew we needed to get off the beach as quickly as possible, before the tide returned, claiming its next victims. After we have some fun.
We've got the DJI Phantom, the DJI Mavic. We're about to do some drone fishing. This is going to be pretty awesome. This Phantom has, on the bottom of it, a release system. It releases the fishing line, and we're just going to grab some rods right now. And I'll be capturing it all down on this Mavic. As you can see, I've got the full-size iPad. I couldn't do a phone screen, which is what this controller is meant to be holding. 3D printed this whole design. It's working perfectly. Looks like the team's here. We're ready to rock and roll.
When I caught you at the station, it was over when you got me in your sights. It was clear I wasn't able to control my knees, 'cause I was hypnotized. I can't deny, you got fire, you got.
After having no success with our overpriced flying fishing rod, it was time for us to hit the road again and get to Cairns before sundown.
Could run away. I think I know a place where
En route, we booked accommodation at a caravan park situated in Cairns. Not quite sure what the setup would be like, but we're not a picky bunch, so anything would really do. Once we got there though, we had realised we had ended up in some kind of weird Disneyland-like theme resort. We were quickly directed onto a turtle buggy, which is just a golf buggy with a turtle on top of it, to be given a tour of the park. The more we were shown about, the more confused we were by what exactly this place was. It had some serious Jurassic Park vibes going on, but what we were most unprepared for was when the tour guide started listing all the park's amenities.
There's a big water park. Got your mini mart just here. You've got your little cafe just here. You've got a cold spa, a warm spa, jumping pillows, beach volleyball or badminton, tennis if you like playing tennis, playground to the right, garden pool, hot spa, pancake breakfast, there's open air movie. You've got 18-hole mini golf over the back. There's chess and climbing spider, ping pong and pool table, gymnasium if you're keen.
And then the next day, this happened.
Run, Ollie, run! I can't keep up!
It was time to hit the road again and keep heading north, travelling through the Daintree Rainforest. Unfortunately, we weren't the only ones heading in that direction.
Gridlock traffic as we plan on doing a skyline high walk. Thanks to school holidays, we are just stuck.
Instead of me just rambling on, we're stuck in this traffic jam for the next hour whilst everyone waits their turn to catch a ferry over into the Daintree Rainforest, which can only hold about 20 cars at a time, so it takes a very long time. Anyway, here's a sick traffic jam montage to pass some time. We eventually made it to the Daintree Skywalk, which gave us some phenomenal views of the rainforest. It also had some surprisingly realistic animatronics placed throughout the forest to remind us what kind of creatures used to roam these lands.
You're not even scary, you're cute. How would I pet you?
I'd highly recommend that if you are travelling through the Daintree, to stop as often as possible to take in all the sights. There's just so much to see and do in this part of the world. We stopped in at Cape Tribulation, which is great for walking amongst some mangroves that grow along the coastline. We also visited the Wajau Wajau Falls, where wild crocodiles could be seen sunbathing on the surrounding rocks. And we made a pit stop in at the famous Lion's Den Hotel, where decades of travellers making the same trek as us left their calling card before embarking out to tackle what lies ahead. Those who are unsuccessful get put up on the wall of shame. The roads were getting tougher now, and it wasn't long before we came across a dangerous situation. A car towing a trailer up a very steep incline had lost grip and slid back down the hill before jackknifing and hitting a tree. These folks were sensible enough to wait it out till someone came by and give them a tow instead of attempting that climb again. Luckily for them, Corey was more than happy to help these guys out, whilst also proving the true capabilities of his car. His loaded up patrol, plus their cruiser and trailer, would have easily been around 7 tonne in weight. He was now about to attempt pulling all that up an incline that had just sent that cruiser dangerously out of control. Amazingly, the patrol made light work of it and was able to pull these folks out of trouble without a hiccup.